controlling both the House and the Senate. That is the scenario many are predicting increasingly now after the November election. Now, if that happens, how will the country change? Let us ask the host of the top-rated show in all of cable news, my friend Bill O'Reilly, of course, of the O'Reilly Factor. He's author of the new book, Culture Warrior. It is #1 on the New York Times bestseller list, again, just like all his other books.
You're not jealous of that, are you?
Beyond jealous. Beyond It's a hateful jealousy. But congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You go after a lot of folks in this book, and I always wonder when you do that, are you afraid of the backlash?
Am I afraid? What do you think? You've been working with me for 10 years. Am I afraid? They can't do anything more than I've done to me. So I never, ever think about the unintended consequences. I just tell the truth. You had George Soros on here last week, and then we had you on my show to talk about it. Now, you say I go after George Soros. I don't go after him. I tell you what exactly George Soros is doing, all right? And then I back it up with facts. But I don't say George Soros is evil or he's a terrible guy.
Well, in your book you all but do.
No, I don't. I basically say here's his vision.
He supports causes you hate, right?
Well, no. He wants a different America. He wants an America that has income redistribution, which means that you tax the affluent way up to your eyebrows and you give the money to other people without any strings attached. He wants legalized narcotics in this country. He wants an open...
You lump him in with the Streisand and the
No, Streisand is insignificant. George Soros is a huge player.
She puts on a much better show
than George does. Right.
Yes.
George Soros is a dangerous man if you're a traditionalist, because George Soros is pumping so much money into the secular progressive cause that those things are actually becoming reality.
All right, but let's get away from Soros for a second. Let's talk about your bigger picture, because you argue that we're losing some Americana here by going to Christmas, by dismissing the things that made our country great. What is your biggest fear? What are we becoming?
My biggest fear is that we become Holland. All right, that we're the Netherlands. Because that's the vision that Soros and the press and the ACLU have. They don't want America to be founded on Judeo-Christian philosophy. They hate that. They feel that we're a flawed nation. The premise of Culture Warrior is traditionalists like me, and I believe you as well, think we are a noble country. We make mistakes, but we're a good country. We free people. We provide opportunity for hundreds of millions of people. Look, why are all the illegals coming here? For opportunity. So we think it's good. The SPs, secular progressives, think the country is flawed. They want huge changes along the lines of what Western Europe has.
But you recognize the country is flawed in a lot of ways, right? You want to help it and make it better.
No, we're a noble country. I don't think the country is flawed. I don't think our Constitution is flawed or our Judeo-Christian heritage is flawed. I don't. We make mistakes. We make mistakes, and we need to correct those mistakes. But the SP says we're fundamentally flawed. We have to change our economic system, our social system. No more Christmas. No more Pledge of Allegiance to God. No more Christmas. This is pulling us down because it's too judgmental. We're making judgments about behavior. SPs don't want judgment.
And I've known you now better than 10 years. In fact, you would come on my show at CNBC before you're this superstar. And
angry guy. Are we back to the angry guy? Can't you be passionate without being angry?
Can't
you be angry guy?
But you're angry, huh?
No, I'm passionate. If I were angry, I'd slap you.
Well, you have.
Okay, no,
But how do you just say something is always ticking you off, right?
No, something is always in my eye line that I'm confronting. You haven't even seen me angry. You don't want. I beat up a cell phone the other day.
I
beat up my staff loves me. Yeah, we haven't had one change on the staff. You have people in and out of there all the time. They're shuddering. They're sweating. Yeah.
Let me ask you, 10 years into this, would you have predicted the number one show, the money and all that? Would you have actually seen all that?
No, because I'm not in it for that. I never was in it. I was always in it to do good work. When I was a reporter, I wanted to be the best reporter, and I think I was. But I reported at ABC and CBS, and then I did that, and then I did Inside Edition, and we made a success out of that syndicated program. We came to enough of that. Go back to school, learn a little bit more, design the Factor, brought it here, they took it, and now we're a success here. But I was never in it for money or power. I was in it for the work, doing good work.
Here's where I see some dichotomies with you.
What does dichotomy mean?
I love
what
big
does that
words.
word mean?
Let me ask you. You're Harvard. Don't do the thing like you're the folks and you went to Harvard. So
I paid my own way through Harvard.
Please, let me ask you about where it seems strange. You're okay with Rumsfeld. You're not okay with Cheney.
I'm not okay with. Look, I'm not okay with losing. All right. I mean, Iraq is a mess. It's a mess. So let's not.
But that's just as much Cheney's responsibility.
I don't care. It doesn't matter to me who's
But you seem to give Rumsfeld a pass, but not
really.
Cheney.
Not really. I was tough on Rumsfeld when I interviewed him.
Yes, you were.
Cheney won't talk to me.
Cheney won't talk to you. So I'm wondering, cynically,
Yeah.
do you dump on Cheney because he didn't appear on
I
your
don't
show?
really mean dump on him. I don't dump on him. When was the last time I said anything bad about Cheney? I want the Bush administration to take a hard look at Iraq and win it. We're going to have guys coming in here in 2 minutes who've given up a lot for this country in
Absolutely.
Iraq. We owe it to those people to win the damn thing.
Do you think the president?
I think it's a mess. Am I wrong?
Do you think he should have never gone in there?
Hard to say because of the faulty intel. You have an intel that's saying that you got a madman, Saddam was, and he's going to hand off ricin to guys who are going to come to New York. You got to take that seriously. So I'm not a Monday morning quarterback. And I think Americans who oppose Iraq don't oppose it on a moral basis. They want to win it. Let's win it. It's better for everybody if we win it.
Who do you think the most successful Democratic nominee would be? Someone who was for the war and changed your minds, Harry Edwards, or someone who's for the war but still criticizes it, Hillary?
I don't know. I mean, I'm looking for leadership, and I'm not seeing it right now in either party. I hope somebody steps up. I'm looking for an effective leader to deal with the tremendous problems of North Korea. We're not fighting insurgency in Iraq. We're fighting Iran. Let's be honest. We're fighting Iran. If Iran were out of the equation, Iraq would be a free country, and we wouldn't have bombs going off every day. Let's be honest.
I've always joked with you about this, but I say it so much seriously.
No, I can't. I can't do the asking for money routine. And you can do
You're the last person to have to ask for money, but in other words, you're ruling that out.
I'm not ruling anything out, but it'd have to be an enormous draft, and you would have to come to my house and beg me.
But
But I have to say, Cavuto actually read this book.
I did.
And most interviewers...
I'll tell you...
And there's pictures. Did you see? Did you like the pictures?
It's a very good book. You did a great job. You did a great... Bill O'Reilly, Coach of the War. It's #1. I'm very jealous of that. I hate him for that, but we work together, and
he has to fake it.
All right, so there it is. You can see Cultural Warrior again.